All NBA is very important to these guys because it's attached to the Supermax deals, right? So you got these guys on these Supermax contracts. You can only earn it if you make one of these All NBA teams, okay? And we'll talk about the guys who missed out on it because there's actually some prominent names who missed out on this and won't be able to get the Supermax deal for their extensions. Now, All NBA first team, you got Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, shout out to the MVP, Shea Alexander from OKC Thunder, and Jason Tatum. Thoughts?
I'm surprised by Lucas and Shea. Genuinely surprised.
Genuinely surprised?
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised at Luka. A little surprised at Luka. I'm sorry. Yeah, a little surprised at Luka just because of the team missing the playoffs.
Yeah, the team had a bad season.
But I will say All NBA has traditionally been like individual performance and not based on team. But you have to factor that in, right?
Part of that, I don't think Luka was dramatically better than he'd been in the past either.
No,
we projected him as
All NBA in the past too, though.
Yeah, but we projected. But again, if the stats are the same, but the team performance is lower, like why is he first team All NBA?
Yeah,
I'm not saying he didn't belong in the top 15 of this, but I think that I'm not happy with him being in the top, the first team.
Here goes the issue. So you have to say, okay, who should have made the first team? So
let's go to the second team and see what our options are.
So we got Jaylen Brown, who people were like, he's not going to make All NBA. I'm like, no, he's definitely going to make All NBA. He might make the third team, maybe. No, he's going to make at least the second team. Anyway, so I feel vindicated again. So Jaylen Brown, you got Jimmy Butler, who I was comparing him to, Stephen Curry, and Nikola Jokic, and Donovan Mitchell. Now, they're saying next year starts the rule where it's positionless. So next year, in theory, Nikola and Joel can be on the same team, but
what are they? How are they characterizing Luka?
Luka is a guard.
I would have Steph over Luka,
but Steph missed a lot of the.
Yeah, I still would have some over there. Luka missed some time too this year.
Yeah, he did.
He wasn't an Iron Man.
No, not this year.
And his team performed like crap.
Yeah, I would be interested.
Get his ass on the second team
and put Steph on first.
Yes,
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. Even though Golden State was like, 7th seed, right?
It's better than being out of the playoffs.
It is.
Out of the play-in.
Out of the play-in.
You guys sucked.
No, that's true. I'm with that. No, I'm with you on that. Donovan Mitchell is the second, was on the second team here. And, I'm okay with that. Like you said, the one – whereas the Stephen Curry for Luka, that can go. I can go with that.
Yeah.
Now the third team, you have Darren Fox, LeBron, Dame, Julius Randle, and Sabonis.
Wow, those last three raise some concerns.
You gotta go.
Dame missed a lot of time on a team that was terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd put Booker.
No.
Devin Booker?
No.
Dame.
I'm going, yeah, I think Dame had a better season than Booker.
Hell no.
But let me show you some of the guys that missed out. So the guys that they're saying missed out, Ja Morant, number one, right? But he had the funky season with the stuff.
Yeah. I'd still put him over Dame. You can't do it over Julius Randle, whatever.
Van Fleet.
Nah.
Jamal Murray.
I would put him over Dame.
And
number two player on the number one team in the West versus a guy that didn't make the play-in. All day, every day.
Murray was still coming back from that injury in the beginning of the year. I don't know how many games he actually missed. I don't have that in front of me. But that will be interesting to see. Now these guys that I just named, they're up for an extension, so they're going to miss out on the Supermax. Ja Morant, your foolishness with the guns just costs you, roughly $50, $60, $70 million.
As it should.
Yeah. Patrick Siakam, which whatever. I don't think he. I mean, I guess it was either him or Randall.
I trust him more than Julius Randle. I'm not a Julius Randle guy.
I trust Siakam, but Randall had a better season. Van Fleet, which no.
Again, very little team success.
And Jamal Murray is going to miss out. He's up for extension. He's going to miss out as well.
What other players are just
that just missed?
Yeah.
Well, of course you have, as far as good players, James Harden. Of
Yeah.
course, you don't see him listed. Let's see here some other names.
Kawhi and Paul George
Yeah, you got the
missed significant
yeah.
time.
the missing time brothers. Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
The triplets, missing time triplets.
Just missing time out here.
Yeah, just missing time. I don't see Kevin Durant.
No Kevin Durant. He missed time and got traded. And
But as far as somebody who really, I think, really probably should made it, I don't know. Ja's the biggest disappointment. But outside of that, I think everybody made it that should have made it. All right.
Well, I would say Ja and or Devin Booker over
Devin Booker
over Dame.
over Dame.
Yeah.
You're not a Dame guy.
I'm not a guy that can't make the play-in game. I'm discrediting Luka for that. I don't think he should be sitting up there all prim and proper on the first team with the.
What about your guy Anthony Edwards?
Anthony Edwards, why not? He was solid all year, showed up and played, got his team to the playoffs. Yeah, put him in there over Dame.
You gotta keep attacking my.
Because he's a scrub in this. What he has the weakest resume out of all 15 players. He doesn't. I mean, he did not make the play-in game, like Luka, but Luka statistically crushed him. Everybody else in there is a playoff team, right?
Maybe I would like to see him versus Randall in the stats. But Randall was an Iron Man. He played damn near.
Ryan was, and I'm not. I mean, he's the second most squirrely player on the list, but he's a forward.
Yeah.
And we're
He's a
talking
forward.
guards.
We're talking guards.
I would, I'd try and cram a forward in front of him too.
Yeah.
But again, 82, and they were a playoff, 4 or 5 seed.
Yeah.
I mean, versus not in the play-in game.
Now, Giannis is upset. Something I don't have listed, which is the all defensive teams. He didn't make an all defensive team, which his teammates did. Drew Holiday and
Drew Holiday's the guy I'd put over there in front of Dame.
I thought Drew Holiday had a really good season.
Yeah,
because
he had to
Giannis
do a
missed
lot of heavy
quite a
lifting
bit
when
of time,
Giannis was out.
and he was the guy.
Stepped up to the challenge.
It wasn't Middleton.
Had
Middleton was
another
the
all defensive season.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, there's so many.
I would
There's
put
so
him
many
over
ways to get Dame out of this.
I would put Drew over there.
Yeah.
That's the first name I agree though. I'm not agreeing with anybody else.
Really?
No.
You're like a Dame loyalist. Maybe you should move to Portland.
That's the last thing I'm going to do. But yes, Giannis put out. He was like, I feel so. What did he say? I feel whatever he said. But he said I'll be back next year. Back to the RES, back to the respect thing that we talked about.
RSPCT.
Yeah, but Giannis is obviously he's a good defender. The thing about it is you can't have 3 guys from the team make an All-NBA defensive team when your defense wasn't
Historically great.
Yeah,
No, really, that would be the standard. You'd have to have like a historically great defense.
Yeah, and the problem is Brook Lopez took such a step up this year being the rim protector. Giannis didn't have to. Like in years past, Giannis was pretty much the man in that category for that team. And this year they kind of shared it, and Brook really outshined him in that particular part of defense. And then the playoffs showed us again. This is like the 3rd time in the playoffs that we've seen it, but in the regular season as well, he doesn't guard the best player at his position on the team.
Well, and Bud's got fired for it.
Yeah. But I don't know how much of that is on the player. Every year they ask him, and every year he just says, I trust what the coach says. Whatever the coach says, I do. But it's like if you see a guy that's like really destroying you, like, and if you think you're the best defender in the league, I don't understand. Like Jordan's not doing that.
And that's that weird thing where like I don't know the dynamic of him like that. My gut would tell me that, I don't care what you say on the sideline, I'm going to guard Jimmy Butler. And you figure the rest of this shit out.
You figure the rest out.
That's what I'm telling you. Like
when he's really like
when you're looking like if he does that, like what possible consequences there? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You can't. He has all the power. And you got to be aware of that.
You got to trade him?
Yeah. You can't do anything. I mean, he can guard whoever he wants. Like, that's the reality of professional sports power.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. Like, so that is, I mean, if he just, like, sort of meekly, walked out of the huddle and accepted Bud's direction, That's not good, and it doesn't make sense because he has all the power in that relationship, and he needed to exercise it there.
Yeah, he really did. But yeah, that's the All NBA teams.
Because there was a Jordan story was circulating. I've heard it before, but it was just like so. It was during the Olympics. It was like Chuck Daly, Charles Barkley, Jordan, and one other guy played a round of golf. And they were playing like Puerto Rico that night or somebody. And Chuck Daly said, hey, great round, guys. Let's get out of here. We got a game tonight. Michael said, I'm playing another round. And he went out and played another 18 holes of golf. Then he shows up, and they're like, oh, man, just whatever. And they start giving the defensive assignments. And he's like, no, I got the point guard. He's like, you want to run around like that? You played 36 holes of golf. He goes, no, that guy said something about me before the Olympics. Yeah. I got him, and that's it. Like nobody's gonna do anything, All right, let's go.
Thing,
yeah, exactly.
Not a damn thing. Yeah. So that's it. And also, not to keep parlaying on that, but being that Eric Spoelstra had Bam on Giannis, and Giannis made a few buckets, and Jimmy went to Eric's like, no, I got Giannis for the rest of the game.
That's the way it's supposed to work. That's the way it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Because here's another part of that you got to realize. When your best player tells you something like that, like they have accepted ownership of that task. Yeah. You are going to get them fully engaged to do that. Because when a big player goes, I'm going to take this guy, he knows damn well his reputation, everything's on the line, and you got to play up to that. If you want to hide out and guard some other guy and have a good offensive night, but when you call out and say, I got Jimmy or Jimmy's got Giannis, you know what that means.
Yeah.
I'm going alpha dog for alpha dog, and I'm not backing down.
Exactly.
And if he beats me, I look bad. Mm-hmm. And that's it. And when you got a guy willing to accept that, you get out of the way and let him do it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's why that motherfucker's fired.